fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king here.
Okay, guys, welcome back to Broke Bets. We are on the last UFC card of the year, the last chance to bet on this stuff. What's up, dude?
What's going on, my guy? Let's finish strong here.
Yeah, we're on a 5-card win streak, 15 units positive. Previous card was like 3.5 winning units. I mean, we just got to end strong here and carry the winning in the next year. So here we got 6.5 units in the line to try to win about 8. To start, I'm taking Bobby Green over Drew Dober. He can keep this fight very competitive. He's going to have good striking defense. He's always had good head movement. Gets caught clean very rarely. He had a competitive fight with Fiziev. Made a case for himself if that fight went further, how'd it go? And I just think, Green getting 2 of the rounds here is possible, and at these odds, I'll take my chances on it. And I kind of have some insurance played with these straight bets to help win. So, also we lost that Julian Marquez Duran win fight. I had 1.5 units on that fight, just voided because of Duran lose. And all right, next fight.
Because he fell downstairs.
Yeah, because he was drinking at the PI. Next, I got Rafa Garcia beating Maheshate. I think that Garcia's just great in every category. He's got wrestling, striking, fight IQ, and wrestling. And those are like the 4 categories I think about. And, Maheshate, with a quick win over Steve Garcia for your UFC debut, it was a good performance, but as far as how far that gets you, I'm not sure. As if right now I gotta stick with Garcia's skill set. Always underestimated guy. Going down further, we both like this bet. Nurmagomedov to beat Saidyokub Kakhramonov. I think just Nurmagomedov looks like the more dangerous fighter in this matchup. I think he's going to be able to move around the octagon, use that kicking game, and possibly find a finish with the kicking game. He also has good jiu-jitsu, and I think he's just really got a chance to outclass Kakhramonov here. Kakhramonov didn't look great against Trevin Jones. He looked extremely good against Ronnie Lawrence, but kind of like we talked about in our breakdown video, just kind of bodied the smaller guy.
Kakhramonov could get kind of desperate for a takedown in this fight, and Nurmagomedov could pull a guillotine like he did against Stamen.
Yeah, that was such a quick finish for him in that fight. But in terms of a competitive fight, I'm going to take what I think the judges maybe look for a little bit more right now, which is damage over control. So I'm going to take Nurmagomedov. Parlays. First parlay. I got Sergey Morozov beating Journey Newsom with Jake Matthews beating Matthew Semelsberger. Sergey Morozov should be better in every single category. I mean, this fight, I'm kind of surprised by the line. I'd actually advise straight betting this one. I think it's actually a pretty good spot for it.
Well, Morozov on DraftKings right now is minus 300.
Oh, he bounced that far? Well,
yeah.
Morozov he has good boxing. He doesn't kick a lot. It's kind of Journey Newsom might win that category, but he's the bigger guy, better wrestler. He should hit all 3 categories or whatever. And Jake Matthews, on the other hand, Matthew Semelsberger is kind of just a former football player with some power. And if Andre Fiallo couldn't touch Matthews once, I have a hard time seeing Semelsberger, who missed a bunch of strikes on Morono, catching Jake Matthews here. And I just see Jake Matthews point fight into a decision. And we're following the 2 parlays at plus money structure that seems to have worked so well for us. I got Amir Albazi beating Alexandre Costa. Going to be the busier fighter. I actually don't know if Albazi will get a finish in this fight, but going to be the busier fighter, faster, in and out of range. And I just like him to run in this fight from start to end. Second one, Kape beating Dvorak. Again, Dvorak just followed Nicolau his whole last fight. And I think if he's just following Kape Kape's going to be pretty talented with his striking to time Dvorak and get him there. And finally, Julian Erosa to polish off the parlay. This dude just wants it more. Alex Caceres, he just likes to stand at range and never get too dirty with his striking or anything. And Julian Erosa's got a good ground game to counter what Caceres could possibly even do. And I like, if this fight goes to the ground, Erosa to be on top. But again, Erosa looked great in that Dawodu fight with his striking. I think he's just going to be all over the guy here. You actually can get this parlay at better money right now. I think I got it early thinking it would be better, and it hasn't been better. So I think it's at like plus 175 or something right now.
Yeah, I think Albazi's like minus 410 right now. Kape is minus, I think, like 250. I think he went up a bit. But
yeah.
Erosa, what's he at?
Minus 170, I think.
Yeah,
Kape might make me a little bit nervous for that one. Like, out of all the legs, he actually probably is my one I'm a little bit nervous for, the time off, and you just don't know how busy he might be in that fight. But
yeah, so maybe you go Erosa and Albazi if you like that.
True. Following that up, we got Jared Cannonier by KO. We like listening to Sean Strickland, and but he came back from a pretty bad knockout with Alex Pereira. Didn't really like how a lot of that went. I think, at least in my breakdown of the fight, I think that Sean's going to look great until he doesn't. I think Jared's just going to find something unorthodox. He's just a big fucking dude. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably bet on Strickland if he would not just like stand in the middle of the octagon and try to throw hands. I think if he mixed in the wrestling, he would maybe win this fight. But I just see at some point Cannonier will land a knockout punch here. Yeah,
Jared, he touched Izzy at some times where even Izzy was like, whoa, you just hit me? Like, at that range, I feel like it's... there's a possibility that Jared could be embarrassed, but Jared's a lot bigger of a guy here.
Yeah, it seems like Sean leaves his chin up there, and you can just see him getting knocked out.
And we talked about the quality of opponents recently. Like, Jared's kind of on a really good run with really high caliber opponents, and Sean's all right, but Jack Hermanson, a lot of people would outstrike Jack Hermanson at the same time. So, but to polish off the final bet, you got Arman Sarukian fight going over 2.5 rounds in Oleksiejczuk here.
Yeah, Demir, all of his UFC fights, they've all been going the distance. I see this as a striking match probably. I think the grappling will. I think they'll have moments grappling, but it'll play out mostly on the feet. But yeah, both these guys are super durable. Demir, I don't think of his loss. He's never been finished.
I think Arman might run across and try to wrestle right away, and then realize it's gonna be a little bit harder than that, and it'll slow down from there. So there might be a quick scare, and then it'll go back to normal.
Yeah, I think Demir did well against Grom defending the takedown. So
right, and if he's on his back, I don't see him just getting absolutely mauled. So
right. And of Arman's finishes, there was the ground and pound, which I don't see happening here. So,
and then you got that with Oleksiejczuk.
Yeah, I think that power in round one will be too tough for Brundage. Delcha was piecing up Brundage, and then he was an absolute idiot and went for a takedown and got submitted. So, I think if Oleksiejczuk just plays it out on his feet, I think he'll find a knockout there in round 1 or 2.
Yeah, fading Brundage recently feels weird because, I picked up against him in his last 2 fights, but, at the same time, he just, get in that Tresean Gore fight, didn't really have a moment, and then just clipped him, and it was just over all of a sudden. And Oleksiejczuk, he's just going to push Cody, I feel right back to the fence instantly. And it's going to be just survival mode. So
I think Cody will try and get those takedowns, but he might get one. But if Delchik can get back up, I think Oleksiejczuk can get back up.
And like you said, with like taking Kape out of a parlay or whatever, if you want to mix in Oleksiejczuk into there, I think anybody on the parlay section and the prop section,
Matthews,
you can mix and match any of those in my eyes. So
right.
But these are the bets for UFC, the final card, Cannonier versus Strickland, and hope you guys tail some of these, continue winning bets with us, and we'll ride it into the next year. Anything else you got?
We'll still be doing NFL, so if you like that, maybe you'll want to watch some of those videos, but if not, see you next year.
See you next year. Peace.
Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter, I'm from the trenches. I'm built like this. The old doubted me said I couldn't do it. The old said I couldn't do it. Look at me now.